Coach, let's start. If rain is Seattle sunshine, how do you like the snow flurries?
Well, it's a little late in February, but with global warming and all the stuff, the climate crisis, we might get snow in June. You never know.
So much was made earlier this year when the U.S. played in Minnesota about how the cold could be an advantage for them. You know, for you guys hosting Motagua on Thursday, you know, depending if it stays this cold.
We're not thinking about that now.
Could it be an advantage though?
Maybe. I mean, turf could be an advantage. You know, their field wasn't great down there. Actually, that was even in the national team stadium. I'm sure they're fully prepared to have played on different surfaces, poor surfaces. I'm not using that as any sort of, you know, rallying cry or tactics or whatever. The field conditions are going to be the same. The weather's going to be the same. They'll adjust. We'll adjust. We'll try and just beat them fair and square.
Speaking of advantages, having the fans back in and being in front of your home
great.
for the first time in 22.
Love
what
it.
about you like?
Love it. Safely. I think everybody's kind of getting tired of wearing masks. I appreciate, Jackson, that you still are. But yeah, we're going to get them into the building safely. We're going to continue to do what we've always done as a club to try and be good, you know, good citizens. Make sure that we lead by example. So yeah, happy to have people in there.
And then on the field itself, what do you take from last Thursday that you can put forward to this Thursday and move on?
Well, just a little bit more fitness. You know, we'll have JP back. We'll have some, you know, some different options coming from either starting position to the bench. And then just, we saw how they play. Very direct, you know, good on set pieces. So we've prepared for some of that.
You mentioned Joao Paulo back. How's the health of the squad overall?
Good. Overall, it's good. We'll get the injury report out later in the week, but guys are coming back. Everybody should be good. Danny Lave is back. So,
how are the young guys integrating into the first team?
Which young guys?
Dylan Tevez.
Good. Who else?
Obed Vargas. How did that?
I stumped you. Come on, Danny. There's
Obed.
Obed, there's Sam, there's Reed, there's Hafferty's still in camp. I mean, there's a lot of guys that are still here that are doing good things. So, you know, we started that a few years back. We enjoy having the young kids around. I know Wade and Defiance, they're starting up training, but we'll still pick, you know, young players to come up. And, you know, we're still maybe a spot or two open. We'll see what happens.
What do you make of Obed's performance down there?
Great. Still a ways to go, but great. I mean, I think I said it after the game or in the report. I thought there were as many things he did well, but there's also, you know, just there's a learning curve there. So it was a good run out for him.
The club announced the plans for the new training center. It's going to open in 2024. I want to get your thoughts on that.
It's awesome. Hope we're still all around. It's gonna be great. You get the build up to the new training facility, the 50-year anniversary, the World Cup, hopefully, knock on wood. I mean, it's really an exciting time if you're a soccer fan or sports fan in the city of Seattle. I think getting back to the training facility, I think, look, Starfire has been great for us. It's been a really good training facility for us, but we've just outgrown it. And so now we're moving into a bigger place, and it's just kind of the natural evolution of things. So thank you to Starfire, but we're excited to, you know, see what the new facility looks like and feels like, and we'll call it home.
One of the things about the new facility is the fact that it'll have 2 artificial turf and then 2 grass fields. How can you use that? If you are so the head coach, how can you use that to your advantage?
Well, I mean, again, this field has been great. This turf field's a little old. You know, so we'll have different training options for different surfaces. But look, I mean, over the course of the years, we've used Lumen sometimes for training and stuff like that. So, you know, how they actually set up all the fields, I don't think there's any set plans. I know there's ideas and stuff like that, but let's wait till the final plans are drawn up.
You mentioned before.
Hi, Jada.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good.
It is cold.
if you could be a little patient with me because I'm gonna try and word this right. But I've you've mentioned before like a house shape. Using that with the team, and I've also heard a diamond shape could be a possibility with this roster. Is that true, or how would the two kind of?
Well,
vary?
we played in Honduras in our 4-2-3-1, and so last year when we played with three center backs, we ended up, our attacking group kind of looked like a house shape. This year it looks a little different, but again, I'm not going to tell you right now that we're going to play 4-2-3-1 exclusively all year. There'll be games where we go back to what we did last year because I thought we were very successful last year. So that will be based on tactics, home, road, player availability, our opponent. Nashville plays, 5 at the back. Sometimes matching that is a good thing. So we'll see.
A player like Nico covered a lot of ground last year, but typically when
Typically,
he was
yes.
healthy. And then Christian can kind of do that
Yep.
too. Do they need to be more contained now that you have a player like Albert? Or
No.
will they still have that line?
No, I give the players freedom to be who they are. I would never want to put, Nico in a box, and Christian in a box or whatever. I think what I like about Albert and his inclusion in the group is he's a very cerebral soccer player. He's very smart. And so when Nico's over here, he can move over here, and then Christian understands where the positioning could or should be to gain an advantage. So just the fact that they're all smart soccer players, might limit some of Nico's minutes because he might not have to run as much, if that's your point.
Yeah.
But, if he feels good in a game and he wants to move around, I'm okay with that.
You might answer earlier, but JP, Jimmy, are those players that...
JP's available for selection, so is Danny Leva.
What do you need to change to be more successful against Motagua?
Well, Jada, as you so put it, we need to win a game here fairly soon. How about that? We need to score a couple goals, and we need to win.
Anybody else?
First off season with Freddie Juarez and now Andy in the fold. How's the coaching staff doing?
Good. I mean, we put Andy under a little bit of pressure. I'll go back inside and, we'll talk about the session, and I'll ask him questions like, what could we have done better? What did you see? It's all part of the gig. Freddie's done great. He's, the one that makes all the training plans in the morning and, makes sure that we're organized. So it's going good.